Welcome to the 11th annual BJ Brant Ballhorst Student Ambassador Year Assembly celebration. We're very happy that all of you guys are here to celebrate our wonderful young people that we have at Barton. This is a special group of kids. I always say I have the best of the best, and this is here to award the best of the best of the best. We are very thankful for our ambassadors every year, especially this year. I don't know how many times I've told this group of kids that we wouldn't have survived without them, because it's been a little short-staffed in our office this year. So we've really asked them to step up to the challenge, and they have all done that. I always say selecting the ambassador and the Rock Awards are the hardest jobs that we practically have every year. We take the kids' votes into consideration. We take our performance evaluations of them into consideration. And any day, it could be every one of my kids. They could all be ambassadors of the year. They could all be the Rock. And so we're here to honor the ones that we've selected this year and to encourage other ones to keep going for next year, because there's going to be next year. And so we're very proud of them. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the award. I'm first going to introduce John and Gail, who is BJ's parents, sitting in the back here. They have been awesome to work with. This is my 7th ceremony, and 7th of 11, and they have been at every one of them, and it's very awesome to have their support. So a little bit about BJ. I'm going to make it through it, I promise. If you've been here in the past, we're going to do this, and it's going to be good. So, okay. Beginning in the spring of 2005, the Barton Admissions Office began awarding the annual Ambassador of the Year, named in honor of Brant J. Ballhorst. The award recognized 2 outstanding ambassadors chosen by their peers and the Barton Admissions staff each year. BJ was a 2002 graduate and a former student ambassador. Despite his health concerns through his time at Barton, he was the model ambassador. He balanced a challenging course schedule and a golf team commitment while remaining dedicated to his role as a student ambassador. BJ was respected by his peers and cherished friends of many on campus, but especially the admissions office. His determination and dedication touched the lives of everyone he met. Graduating from Barton with a degree in pre-pharmacy, he was accepted into and attended the School of Pharmacy at the University of Kansas. He was a student at KU until his death of August 5th of 2004. He always had a good attitude about his illness and joked that he was a good education for his major. Barton will continue to honor BJ's achievements, character, personality, and work ethic by awarding the Ambassador of the Year in his memory. What people have said about BJ while his time at Barton, we have some quotes for that. From the first day I met Brant, I could tell he was a special person. He touched everyone's lives, and his determination and dedication rubbed off on every person that he came into contact with. He always came into work with a smile on his face and was ready to work no matter how tired or sick he felt from his treatment. I will never forget his positive attitude. I remember he would sit in my office and tell me about his doctor's appointments and treatments, and I would just sit there with tears filling my eyes. He would say, "It's okay, don't worry, I'm going to be all right." Brant never had a bad thing to say about anyone, and I admire him for that. He was always willing to go out of his way to help people. I hope each student ambassador at Barton Community College can take something from Brant's life and use it in their own experience. Bless you. Brant was a dependable student. You could always count on him showing up for work and, more importantly, showing up with a smile. He never complained of his illness. He just wanted to hang out with his friends as a college kid and do an experience with other college lives of students, athletes, and student ambassadors. He highly spoke of his family, loved sports, liked being a good practical joker, and was a very smart young man. He would have made a terrific pharmacist. Brant made me a better person simply knowing him and being around him. Another quote is, I have so much admiration for him and learned a lot from his determination. He was the best of the best. BJ was a very special person with such great courage. He was a tribute to his family. He was the man he was because of his parents and them raising him. So that's a little bit about Brant. And this plaque is set outside the admissions office, and it has some of these quotes and some of these sayings on it. And I make the kids read that at the beginning of every school year. Sometimes when they need a little adjustments in work schedule and work ethics and attitudes, I make them go out and read it again. And so we always have this hanging, and it's almost full. This one will add to it. But it's just a great reminder of what we want our kids to be here at the college. So we're going to go ahead and recognize our award winners for this year. We're going to start with the Rock Award. The Rock Award is an admissions office award, and we give the Rock to somebody who goes above and beyond in helping in the office. And this year, I feel like all my kids went above and beyond, but we have the banner system is what we call our database, and I have some banner queens that I like to call them, and they have done a great job of keeping us up and doing the admissions application. And the Rock is somebody who is always there for us when we need them. We know we can count on them. We know that they might not be out front doing all the tours, but they're in the back processing all the paperwork for us, organizing all of our files, doing the most odd and end jobs, carrying ice over, putting programs on chairs this morning for graduation. What else did you do today? Printed off certificates, helped with timesheets, did some apps. This was all this morning on graduation day. And so we could not do a daily function without Miss Presley Smith in our office, so come on up. Yeah, I'll do a little spiel. A little bit about Presley, if you haven't read it in the program. She is a student ambassador. She is involved in Phi Theta Kappa and is a member of the golf team. She'll return next year to complete her liberal studies degree with an emphasis in elementary education, and she'll continue to work as an ambassador. And if you had the pleasurable experience, she's also a wonderful baker, and the cookies today were all out of Presley Smith's kitchen, parents' kitchens, mothers. They keep us well fed in the admissions office. I know. If we're not rolling out of here by the end of the year and I'm not 50 pounds heavier, it's all Presley's fault. So we appreciate what Presley does. She'll be working for us this summer in the office as well. It's been a wonderful, wonderful year to watch her grow and develop. She was kind of shy a little bit when she started, but then you got her going and she opened up and blossomed. And Presley will now tell you how she feels about pretty much everything. And and she puts it out there, and we just love every day in the office with her. Okay, next we'll get to the Ambassador of the Year's awards. We have 2 award recipients for this. My first person I'm going to recognize is actually a sophomore, but she just became ambassador during her sophomore year. And so we've only had 1 year with her in the office, and she came in like a rock star, has been the go-to girl whenever, she doesn't even know banner, she knows how to scan. That's her specialty. She knows how to scan, and she has been an amazing person. She always has a great smile on her face, and scanning's not the easiest job to do, or it's not the funnest job. It's easy, but it's not the funnest job. She has a long afternoon shift, many days, so she gets the late afternoon tours, the ones that come in at 3 o'clock and want to stay to 5:30, 6 o'clock. She gets the ones that come in last minute. She gets all the door signs changes as her responsibility, and we changed signs on our door about 12 times a day, it seems like. She gets the itineraries going for us. She is just our extra member in the office too, and so Miss Jordan Tebow has gone above and beyond this year, so come on up. And on top of this, she's planning a wedding in August, and not only being a student full-time, working jobs on campus, off campus, traveling back to Quinter to get things set up for a wedding. She took classes at Fort Hays State, traveled up there during the semester last year too. She is always on the go, no matter what, but she is always a true inspiration in the office, always has, there's nothing, I haven't seen you in a bad mood once in the office. Yeah, you should have left him at home. No. No, it's been wonderful having Jordan, and I really wish we could have had her for 2 years, but I'm glad we had her for the 1. Okay, and our second Ambassador of the Year is a repeat Ambassador of the Year, which is not an easy feat to do, but it is a well-deserved honor that Miss Cammie Maxwell will be receiving. As we say, you can come on up. It is ridiculous how much this girl does for the college. If we could hire her as a full-time staff member right now, and we've offered to block her from graduating. We've offered to have people at Fort Hays deny her because it is a daily occurrence that I get an email telling me how good Cammie is. I can't go anywhere without people asking how Cammie's doing. Our phone rings, and she's in the office all the time, and people ask to talk to Cammie and not Maggie and myself.
That's embarrassing.
Or Tammy. Cammie or Tammy.
Tammy.
And we have to say, we're her boss. We can talk to you too. We know about Barton. She started somewhere. I've never seen anybody get as many thank you cards from a tour as she gets in the mail frequently. She gives amazing tours, and people feel the need to write in thank you cards for her. I just had a phone call yesterday at the end of the day telling me it was the best. We have a campus group that comes to do tours, and they said it was the best one they've ever had, and that was last week, and it was Cammie's tour. I always say to the people who are striving to be in the Ambassador's Year of who, if you had the President of the United States on campus, who would you want to represent you taking him around campus? And Cammie is that girl for us. She has the patience of an angel. She's had... She has, I don't know what her knack is. She gets the tours that have the kids that come along with them, and she hooks them up with coloring books on the tours. She babysits them while they're doing their advisement appointment, while getting everybody where they need to be. Last week when the weather was bad, there was, Cammie came in and said, I think I'm going to have an asthma attack because I can't breathe. And she took her kids out, and then she needed to come back to the office, so she was running back to the office so the kids didn't have to wait outside in the bad weather. And I said, Cammie, you are going to have an asthma attack. Take it down a little. So Cammie is our rock, our Ambassador Year, our third, fourth, fifth hand person, and like she has taken over a vacant office in our office. She has made herself home in there, and so we always say we couldn't do it without Cammie, but that is no lie right now. We could not do this without Cammie.
Thank you.
And of course, we want our other ambassadors to be recognized as well. So we made up certificates and awards for them. Okay. This is the fun ones. We like to ham some of them up. And ham is the appropriate word for my first person. And today was the best example. We were debating really hard about between 2 awards for Branson, and we stuck with this one last night, and today just made it more set in stone. Is that he's going to be honored with the Mr. Wrong Group Me. For you who don't know what Group Me is, we, instead of doing group mass text messages, we have a Group Me app where all of us are in one group. Well, Branson's the reason why we knew that the kids had their own group that didn't include the bosses, because we would get the message second week of school of, hey guys, where's the party at tonight? And then another ambassador would say, wrong group, Branson. And then answer him in the other one. That's how we figured out there was a second Group Me. And this has happened a couple times throughout the year. And even this morning, we get a wrong Group Me message from Branson. It was supposed to go to his mother. So it was between the wrong group me and the best ambassador video, the most unique ambassador video. If you haven't watched our Barton ambassador videos, Branson's got a very unique one out there. It includes unicorns, flipping burgers at McDonald's, all the pretty girls at Barton campus. It is an entertainment, minute-and-a-half long session if you want to watch Branson's video. So come on up, Mr. Branson. Group me. Okay, the next one, and my kids will know this right off the top of the bat. This award is called the most awkward first tour ever. And that goes to Mr. Chris Seidel. Come on over. Come on over. As you can imagine, being on your first tour is nerve-wracking in yourself, and your whole goal is to not get somebody lost and to hope that you're giving them at least part of the correct information. And Chris, his first week, he had to do a tour right away, and part of it included the tour asking where the best location is to breastfeed her baby. And we did not cover that in ambassador training. And so he handled it like a champ. We got that situation taken over, but it was, I thought we might lose him after that first tour. So he stuck around, and we're very happy that he did. Okay, my kids will know this awards too. This goes to the best lost and found story of the year. Miss Hannah Maddie. Hannah had collected.
What are you talking about? Okay, I'm a little bit of a blonde too.
Do you want to tell the story? You're a good storyteller.
Okay, yeah, I can tell the story. Okay, so I was in dance, and it was this whole thing like that. I was in barn dance and stuff. And so I was so excited, and I was selling T-shirts, and you have to keep like money, like an envelope of all of your money and stuff. And so I was like, yeah, you get a prize if you sell the most T-shirts. And I was like, I'm new to this dance squad, but I'm gonna like one-up everybody and like get the prize, and I'm gonna sell all the T-shirts. So I sold like $250 worth of T-shirts, and so I had the money, and then I came in one day. And I came to work, and I had a tour that morning, and it was like an unscheduled tour, so I didn't even think about it. And so I had that money, and then I just left it in the office, and then I came back for my tour, and then it was gone. Yeah, and so for months.
For months, about 6 months.
Yeah, for months it was gone, and I was devastated, of course, and so I had to pay that money back to my coach and everything, and we're good here. So anyways, I was at school. It was just a couple weeks ago, like right before the end of school, and I got a call from Hannah, and she was like, where are you? I need you to come into work. And I was like, why? I'm not listening at all. And what do you need me for? And she's like,
okay, you're gonna scream. We found your money. You need to walk away from anybody that you might yell at. And I did. Yeah, I screamed so loud, and it was actually Callie, so she should get an award for that. But it was, I don't know if I just lost my mind or what. I am a blonde.
But it was underneath our T-shirt drawer where we give away T-shirts and stores.
And so I don't know if I hid it there or if it just slipped underneath our filing cabinet. And I don't know, but yeah. So lost has been found. It only took 6 months and $250 that was found. It's fine. Congratulations. This one is a good one too. I love these. This award is entitled "The Most Christmas Spirited ... in April." We love her dearly, and her fashion is everywhere, and they love it. The Santa sweaters in April just tap it all up. Because who doesn't love Santa in April? She's the best. She has a wonderful personality. That just goes with it, because who doesn't love Santa in April? Who doesn't love joy at all times? We get a lot of hate. Award is called the Fashionista Award, which goes to Miss Callie. Always very fashionable, but we had the best laugh when we were picking out ambassador t-shirts this last. For our end of the year trip, we let them select colors, which was an experience with Callie where we switched colors and sizes about 12 different times, and I'm not sure you ended up with. You like yours now. But we had every color option. I crossed that name and that color off like 12 times before we said, you have to decide, we got to order these today. So she always looks good in our little costume. This is our Little Miss Sunshine Award. This goes to Kat. But she is my morning person, and being my morning person is not always the easiest job to do. But she always comes in, she's always happy, she always has a happy bagel with her. She is always bright and shiny, and we love her dearly. All right, this one is our Come Through Kid. This goes to Miss Lindsay Dunadek. She is there whenever we send out group meetings and we say, who can come do an emergency tour? Lindsay's my first person that always responds. She's our Come Through Kid because she saves us in many, many sticky situations. This one Maggie has entitled because she is her little queen of reports. Miss Cindy Hermanol has the lovely pleasure of doing all of our Salesforce reporting, and she's our one kid that is her responsibility every time, and so she's our go-to. It's not a fun report to do. It takes time. It takes so much time and so much effort, but she is our reliable one for this one, and so she's our queen of reports. This award is appropriately entitled the Workaholic Award. This young lady has 3 on-campus jobs, and who knows how many off-campus. She's already standing up.
And I just coach on the weekend.
Jenica was the Rock Award last year, and she is still a rock in our eyes too. But this lady not only works probably at least 10, 12 hours.
Yeah.
She knows that she knows that she's got to keep it under 20 hours for human resources, and she meets that limitations every week. She is always here and is always a proud Barton employee, and we are very fortunate to have her for 2 years, and we're very thankful for her.